Hi guys. Hello everyone. I'm so excited today because I have a very special guest with us and her name is Aris Masani. She's my best friend and I'm so excited to have her here with us. She's going to be telling us a little bit about her career. What does she do on a daily basis? And what qualifications did she need to get to this place where she's at in her career? So, welcome, Addis. Welcome to our little
Hello.
interview. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
I am so
So
glad. Well,
excited.
yay! We're excited to have you too. So, tell us a little bit about what you do and what education did you need to get to this point?
Okay, so I am a nurse anesthetist, but before becoming a nurse anesthetist, I had to become a nurse. So you have to go to college, you have to complete your bachelor's or your associates, become a nurse, and then after you become a nurse, you have to work at least for 2 years in the ICU, and then you can continue your career and become a nurse anesthetist. Right now, I have a doctorate degree in nursing practice, but I'm specialized as a nurse anesthetist. So I will give you the anesthesia once you go to surgery.
Wow, that is a lot of responsibility. So I was wondering, many of our students will not know exactly what you do on a daily basis. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do? What does your normal day look like?
Okay. So I wake up very, very early in the morning. I get to the hospital. I meet my patient in the pre-op area. I ask them some questions, ask them what they're going to have done in the surgery. And after that, we get the room ready. We get all the medications ready. And then we bring the patient to the OR. And then after that, we make sure the patient is completely under anesthesia so they don't feel anything during the surgery. And after that, we wake them up, bring them to recovery so they can get better, and then they can go home or stay in the hospital.
Wow, so you have a very important job. So you are the person that makes sure that nobody is in pain.
Mhm.
And can you do any type of procedure? Like if I'm going to get a tooth out, can you put anesthesia for that? That is
Mhm.
very important, guys. Do you know how painful it is to take your tooth out? Well, Miss Addis here is the person in charge of putting the anesthesia so that it doesn't hurt you when you take a tooth out or if you have to have a surgery in your tummy or any part of your body. That is amazing. You have a very, very important job. Now, I want to ask you something very important that a lot of our students will be very curious about. How much money do you make? Or maybe not you, but somebody that starts in this career at the beginning, the first year, they start brand new as a nurse anesthetist. How much money can they make?
Well, that depends on the city that you work for. Like every city pays a little more, a little less, but the range is around 150,000 to 180, depending. Also, with experience, you get a little more. Here in Miami, we start a little lower than that, so around 140s.
Guys, are you listening to that? $140,000 a year. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money.
But for
Wow.
that, you have to study a lot. You have to also make sure you have your scholarship so you don't get like a lot of debt in your loans. It's
That
it's a
is important.
sacrifice to get it to that point. I started as a nurse, and as a nurse, you get around 40s, 50s a year, maybe a little more with experience.
Wow. Well, I'm sure that a lot of my friends here are going to want to do your job, Miss Addis, because I mean, this is a very good amount of money. They can help their families, they can buy a car, a nice house. But tell us something. What do they need to do right now that they're here in elementary school? What can they do to start building up on their education in order to be as successful as you?
First of all, you have to choose a career that you like and that you're passionate about. Don't choose it because of the money, because that's very important. You have to like it. First of all, if you like the medicine area, you like to be good at science,
Mm.
at math, and also a little bit of everything, a little bit of writing, a little bit of reading, because you need that throughout your career to do a lot of papers, a lot of projects. Also, you need math. because we need a lot of calculation of medicine and medication that we give to the patient when they're like very sick. We have to make sure everything is based on their weight. So
Mm.
everything
So
is important.
what would happen if you put the wrong amount of medicine in a patient? Oh,
If
what
you
can
put the
happen?
wrong amount, you can kill your patient, and that's the worst that can happen to your career.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's a big money, but it's a big responsibility, and
Mm.
you have to be sure that you do it right and responsible.
So they need to know how to count and they need to know their numbers. They need to know how to add, how to subtract, multiply.
Yep.
Wow. And you also need to love science because in order to get to that job, you need to study a lot of science, anatomy, the human body.
But you
So,
also need to be able to read and to write because a lot of what you do every day is writing and reading.
wow, very important. So, all the education that you guys are receiving here at school right now at Ponderosa Elementary School is key to your success, guys. Not only in a career like the one that Miss Addis has, in any career that you choose, you need to know how to read, how to write, how to do math, and science as well is a very, very important subject.
Mhm.
So, thank you so much, Miss Addis, for being here with us today. We really appreciate it. I'm sure that my students will love to have you as a guest. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
We should
Bye.
study a lot, okay?
You see that, guys? Study a lot. Okay, don't give up.
No.